أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله الذي أنزل على عبده الكتاب ولم يجعل له عوجا قيما لينذر بأسا شديدا من لدنه ويبشر المؤمنين الذين يعملون الصالحات أن لهم أجرا حسنا ماكثين فيه أبدا وينذر الذين قالوا اتخذ الله ولدا ما لهم به من علم ولا لآبائهم كبرت كلمة تخرج من أفواههم إن يقولون إلا كذبا فلعلك باخع نفسك على آثارهم إن لم يؤمنوا بهذا الحديث أسفا وإنا لجاعلون ما عليها صعيدا جرزا أم حسبت أن أصحاب الكهف والرقيم كانوا من آياتنا عجبا إذ أوى الفتية إلى الكهف فقالوا ربنا آتنا من لدنك رحمة وهيئ لنا من أمرنا رشدا فضربنا على آذانهم في الكهف سنين عددا ثم بعثناهم لنعلم أي الحزبين أحصى لما لبثوا أمدا. الله العظيم.
جزاك الله خير. إن شاء الله تعالى برنامجka qofka ugu horeeya oo maaragtay noo furi doona insha Allah is Muhammad Abdurazak, who is the organizers of the program. Inshallah is going to give us about what this program is all about, the theme, why we have gathered here, and what are you expecting from this program by the end of it, inshallah. So my brother Muhammad Abdurazak, Abdullahi, kindly welcome to the stage.
Thank you very much. Assalamu alaikum. Good evening. My name is Muhammad Abdurazak Abdullahi, as you have heard. I'm the director of Agent of Peace. And today, as you know, that is 12th of August 2023, which is the International Day of Young People, of youth. That's between the age of 15 years up to 35 years. We are all youth. And the theme today we have is about the role of young people in peace building. When we look to what's happening in Somalia, Western Africa, South Sudan, Ethiopia, some parts of Kenya, the victims of armed conflict, directly or indirectly, are none other than the young people. To that reason, we have chosen as our local and domestic theme to be the role of young people in peace building. In that, you're going to hear people from Somalia, from Kenya, who will speak different languages, possibly English and Somali language, in terms of what role can we play as a youth. I don't take much about your time, and I would like to thank Amir for this moderator for this session. And with that few remarks, please let's make it happen. And let's make it something that's owned by the young people, by the youth, and by you. After that, we have people who played key role in Kamukunji sub-county, from being where it was in 2010 to it is today, who have transformed society, not only infrastructure, but also the people who lives in Kamukunji sub-county. We will recognize them, award them, and I hope you'll also be proud of them. With that few remarks, thank you very much.
Jazakallah khair. Thank you, Muhammad, for always bringing together the youth and giving them platforms and encouraging them and mentoring them. You are truly a pillar in our society, and we're truly grateful for that. So inshallah, maalinka dhalinyarada halkan inshallah ta'ala Somali iyo English balawada waa lagu hadli doonaa. Marka cid walba oo halkan maaragtay soo istaagayso haddii tahay su'aal, haddii tahay jawaab, hadday tahay comments wax kuu furan inaad ku hadasho English ama Soomaali waxay kuu fudud marka hadda insha Allah taala waxaan u yeerayaa walaalkeen Abdinuur Maalim. He's an author. He's actually authored 2 books, and he's among the youth. He's among the active youth within our community. He's doing great work, and inshallah we want him to at least tell us a few things about his work as well as the role of the youth within our community. So, Abdinuur, welcome. Marka Somali ama English, your choice.
السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. إن شاء الله حليت مين أنا في صومالي كوه الله. إن شاء الله وأنا سكوتي يا إن رياضة الإنجليش كأينا يجسون حكيلين إن شاء الله in as much as possible. عدة فاهمين إن شاء الله. عدة فاهمين إن شاء الله ونما لا تشدونا لكن واسكوتي إن شاء الله هذه كانوا عدين سبعين دوتان إن شاء الله. سيدي بقول كسيدي المراس إن كان يوقته إن شاء الله. وحلا يوقرأ إن كهذا الله دور كدرين يرى كل هذا هي نبض سجدة. والله ومحوها وموضوع عاد وفرب اللارن مركها هدي أن اسكوده وحكم بقى إلى إنه كل حقر قرنا وقت كان أدب ويريها إن شاء الله. مركها وحي إنه قبل لا بينا كل كهرب إن نلشوا macna samayn mayso hadayna geeri jirin yaani dhadhanka nolosha maanta reesay labaad waxay leeyihiin nabadu qiimaha iyo qaayaha ay leedahay ma fahmi karayno hadaanay muxuu ahaa colaad iyo muxuu ahaa dil colaadayna jirin saas daraadeed marka maxaa mar walba la isugu lamaana dhalinyarada iyo nabad maxaa loo leeyahay doorka dhalinyarada iyo nabad sidaynu ognahay dhalinyaradu waa injinka ama muxuu ahaa halbeega ama waxa muxuu ahaa umad kiciyo oo dhanka bararaha iyo muxuu ahaa horumarka marna u jiheeyo xadaarooyinkii dunida soo maray kuwii qadiimiga ahaa muxuu ahaa Greega Yunaanka iyo Romanka iyo muxuu ahaa waxyaabihii soo maray muslim iyo gaalba baadadooda iyo baraadahooda ka dhaqaale ama siyaasad ama iqtisaad waxay ahaataba waxay ku jireen dhalinyarada intii duntayna waxa muxuu ahaa waxa dumiyayna dhalinyarada ahayd marka saas daraadeed marka laga hadlayo dhilo colaad dhalinyarada xubin bay ka tahay marka haday toostana bulshada dhan waxay u egtahay marka inay toosto marka taas waxay ugu xigo noloshu muxuu ahaa nabadu waa maxay nabad horta yaa ii sheegi karaayo maybe laba eray ama hal daqiiqo nabad maxaa u taqaan adiga maxay isku ognahay nabadu sideeda waxa leeyahay waa xaalad uu qofku ama dad ee ay ka bad qabaan cabsi kaga timaado magaciisa muuqiisa midabkiisa iyo mooradiisa iyo isirkiisa ay dhahan marka hadii aad intaas ay ku bad qabaan nabad bad ku jidha taas daraadeed marka insha Allah dhalinyarada waagi hore oo muxuu ahaa Soomaalida xoolo dhaqata ay haydo xoolahay soo fsan jirtay waxyaabaha keeni jiray ama gadmin jiray nabad darrada waxa kamid ahaan jiray marka daaqa in la isku dagaalo oo muxuu ahaa ama caylka la isku dagaalo ama arshinka ama waxaynu u dhaqaan powerka la isku dagaalo laakiin hadda way ka duwan tahay waxyaabaha keeno agentska oo conflict keeno insha Allah marka waxay leeyihiin waa siyaasi muxuu ahaa dad qalad ah sida hadda aynu arkayno iyo taajir muxuu ahaa danaysta iyo oday muxuu ahaa isaga soo foof tagay intuu dadka muxuu ahaa wixii oday dhaqameed oo dhaqankii lagu intuu ka soo tagay de wixii oo dhan xaalfinay saddexdaas keenta Allah markay tabal marka siyaasiga ayaa marka ka hadlayna waxa jira buug uu qoray nin la oran jiray muxuu ahaa Plato buug waxa la Republic of Plato waa classical literature waxyaabaha asal jiray wuxuu leeyahay marka inta badan يعني وحو قيبيا يعني maamul wanaagi dawladda ayaa wuxuu qeybiyay saddex shay wuxuu leeyahay marka dawladdu inay baraaro noqoto oo ay hagaagto waxa يعني dhibaato يعني waxa sidii يعني jirka ruuxo يعني madax iyo wadno iyo waxay ka kooban tahay buu leeyahay muxuu ahaa calool saddexdaas يعني madaxii wuxuu leeyahay waa dadkii hogaamintii iyo muxuu ahaa iyo aqliga lahaay bulshada hagayay caloosha maya muxuu ahaa qalbiga waxa ku jira catifadii oo muxuu ahaa waa cadiifad iyo wax walba ay wada marka caloosha way ta saddexaad oo iyada damac baa ku jira marka saddexdiiba marka wuxuu dhahay marka yani madaxa waa hogaamiyeyaasha cadiifada waa meesha ka soo baxdana waa qalbiga waa ciidankii buu dhahay marka dagaalka looga tirigalay marka calooshana waa muxuu ahaa bulshaweynta iyo dadka muxuu ahaa dhaqaalaha sameeyo oo muxuu ahaa xirfadiyaalka marka wuxuu leeyahay haddii ay nimanka hoos jiro ay qabtaan inay isku dayaan inay awood yeeshaan dee dhib baa dhacaya marka labaad haddii nimanka looga tirigalay muxuu ahaa inay dawladda badbaadiyaan oo muxuu ahaa ay fiiriyaan ayagana dhib baa marka ka dhacayo meesha marka saa daraadeed marka waxaa loo baahan yahay ninka caqliga leh ee muxuu ahaa fogaan aragga intuu qabto oo uu muxuu ahaa noqdo qof muxuu ahaa waxa hogaamiyo oo dhiilada colaad iyo isdilka iyo dhaca iyo boobka iyo muxuu ahaa dhaawaca iyo dhiigbaxa intuba waxaan noo keenayna inuu iska ilaalino waqtiga aad ugu kooban waxyaabo badan baa ii soo diyaarsaday laakiin waqtiga oo muxuu ahaa gabagaba jooga intaasaan insha allah kusoo koobiyo ugu yaryahay kaas saddex
ما شاء الله ما شاء الله عبد النور هذا ما سنتهي Soomaaliga waa iga fiican yahay umaleeyaan isaga hadaan tartano isbeeta danmin marka haddana waxaan yeeray insha Allah ustaad Maxamed Faahiye oo asagana kamid ah dhalinyarada active-ka ah oo marwalba ku dadaala in dhalinyarada kale ku dhiirigeliyaan fursadaha nolosha sida ay uga faa'iideysan lahaayeen marka asoo waqtiga ilaalinaya insha Allah waxaan jeclaan lahayn in qof walba waqti fiican u hadlo waxa uu soo diyaarsadan uu dhameysto laakiin waqtiga ayaan ugu gaaban marka insha Allah waa noo soo gaabay
Assalamu alaykum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh marka hore waxaan mahadcelinayaa Mr. Maxamed iyo hay'adda Peacebuilding African Union oo bashaan soo qabanqaabiyay sidoo kale ninka waan mahadcelinayaa waxaa laga wadaa waqtiga inaan soo koobo iska hadal badanahay maantay waxaan isku nimaanay laba ujeedo mid waxay ahayd waa maalinka dhalinyarada adduunka marka hore waxaan u baahanahay inaynu isu hambalyeeno oo inagu shacabina hal mar midda labaadna waxay tahay madashaan maanta laga hadlayay oo kale doorka dhalinyaradu ay ku leeyihiin inay ka qaataan nabadda iyo ciribtirka taadiyada aadanaha dhalinyaradu waa wax aad u muhiim ah nasiib ay u yeelanay maantay inagoo dhalinyaro ah inaynu fursado badan ay haysano aynu waxa weeyaan ka faa'iideysanay qaarkoodna ay noo diideen jaanistidu ay noo saamixi waayeen waxaan sii dabaqayaa hadalkii ustaad cabdinuur oo ahaa markii la dhaho xornimada iyo qurux walba oo dal kasta ay ku faanayo waxa uu keenay waxay tahay waa dhalinyaro daduu filis taariikhda Germany, France, Tunisia waddanada carabta waxay hayeen dhalinyaro waddankeena hadaan shaqo soo qaadano dadka maanta xorriyadda ku noolaanayno noo keenay waxay ahaayeen dhalinyaro markii la rabo in waddan la burburiyo meesha laga soo maro waxay tahay waa dhalinyarada waxaa la bedelaa fikirkooda qaabka u fakarayaan ayaa la bedelaa kadibna ayagu waxay sii bedelayaan kuwii ku sii soo noolaayeen dhibaatooyinka maanta haysta dad baa ka dameeyay waxaan u baahanahay marka sida uga soo kaban lahayn marxalad kasta la soo maro waddanka ha burburo laakiin waxa ogaataa haddii waddankeenu burburay guryaha kaliya ma burburin waxa burburay waxa ahayd qalbiyadeena qofkuna mar hadduu wax weeyaan ku soo koro nolol sidaas burbursan waxaad ogaataa inuu waxyaabaha dhibaatooyinka jira uu la korayo isaguna taasna waynu xisaabta aynu ku darsanaa waxaan rabaa inaan ka aqoontaa muhiimadda la kaga imaado dhibaatooyinka maanteena haysta iyo sidaan xal ugu keeni karno. xalku wuxuu ku jiraa waa inaga. xalku wuxuu ku jiraa inagoo afkaaraheena ku muujina, inagoo aqoonteena ku muujina, inagoo bulshadeena wacyigelina. taasun bay wax weeyaan ay ka imaanaysaa. hal mar haddii dhalinyaradu kacdoon ay kiciso oo dhan walba laga soo horjeedo, hadday noqoto dhan amni, hadday noqoto aqoon darrada, hadday noqoto bilicda, hadday noqoto caafimaadka. maanta waxaa ka soo qaadaa qofka baadiyaha ku nool, waxbarashada haysan oo dowladda waxba ka bixin, waxaad ku dartaa isaga oo wax weeyaan wax walba aduga haysato aan haysanin. maanta waddankeena joognaa, qaarkeen wuxuu nimi amni, qaarkeen wuxuu nimi waxbarasho. haddaba waddankeena haddaan dib u eegno, maanta marxalad kastoo haysata wuxuu u baahan yahay dhalinyaro. dhan kastaba ha noqoto, amni hadday noqoto inaga kacdoon u kici karna, hadday noqoto waxbarasho inaga kacdoon u kicin karna. taas waynu ogaanaa. dhibaatooyin kale waxaa ka mid ah shaqo la'aanta. shaqo la'aanta iyo aqoon la'aantu way saaran yihiin. haddaad aqoon lahayn waxba ma abuuran kartid. aqoonta marka waxaan leenahay waa dhexaadka bulsho kasta. dhammaanteen waxaan u tahriibaynaa, aan u wada soconaa waxa weeye inay helno nolotanka wanaagsan, inay helno waxbarasho, inay helno caafimaad, inay helno aqoon. taasaynu ku ordaynaa. laakiin waxaa ogaataa waddan kasta oo aad tegaysid in aadan marnaba xorriyad aada ku dareemaynin sida waddankaaga oo kale. laakiin maalinkaa waddankaaga dhisato, amnigiisa ka shaqayso, waxbarashadiisa ka shaqayso, biliciisa ka shaqayso, waxaad dareemaysaa xorriyadii inaad adigu lahaanshiyo inaad dareento weeyaan. haddaad u fiirsato hadda waddankeena markaan joogno, dhalinyarada qaar markii la dhaho waxyaabahan keenaya isbeddelka cimilada iyo markii laga hadlayo, dhibaatooyin weyn way waddankeena ka jira. ka waran haddii maantay waddan kasta oo macaluul la'aan haddii adduunka ka dhacdo oo la dhaho waddan kasta intuu haysto isagoo waxa weeyaan ha isku soo koobo, waddankeena maxaan haysanaa? waa su-aal weynna isweydiino mudan weeyaan. beerihii ma soo saarano kameena shaqayn, nadaafadii kameena shaqayn, oo maalinba waxa noo ka dhaha waxa weeyaan qarka u saaran yihiin inay macaluul dhintaan. taas miyaa nafacdaa? waa maya. waxaan u baahanahay in dhan walba ka shaqeyno marka isbeddelka cimiladii, waxbarashadii iyo inayna amnigii lahaanshiyan ka shaqeyn. waxaan ku darayaa gabay oo Ismaaciil bilowteeyay, lama helo wadaado waxaan cidi ku hawshoone, naftaa loo hantaaqaa halkaad hiigsa leedahay. maanta gabaygaas wuxuu muujinayaa waxa waaye mar waa baraarujin, inuu adiga ku baraarujinayo, marna inuu ku leeyahay waxaadan u tabcan oo u shaqaysan lama helo. maalinkaan ka shaqeyno marka waddankeena oo dhan walba aan ka shaqeyno, waa maalinka aan gaarnay xornimadaas oo gabaygaas uu nagu tilmaamayo. halka carbeedkii Soomaaliyeed ama uu ahaa gabayaagii carbeed uu lahaa ala laytu shabaab yacuud yawma. يعني wuxuu ka shalaynaya waxay tahay waqtigiisii dhalinimadiisii inuusan ka faa'iideysan. xuleeyaa dib ii celiya dhalinimadeedii si aan ma taqaanaayay aan uga soo faa'iideysto. maanta inaga marka waqtigaas iyo jaaniskaas aan haysanaa inuu ka faa'iideysano oo caruurteena mustaqbal aan u sameeyno. caruurteena inaan mustaqbal aan u sameeyno. soo waddanka isugu nool meel walba aad joogto waxaan ku haminana wax way waddankeena qofku marnaba waxa weeye kama daalayo inuu dhaho. waxaan u baahanahay ugu dambeyn dhalinyaradu in isku xirnaadaan, isku xirnaasho dhalinyarada meel walba ay joogaan la sameeyo, ka faa'iideysano fursadaha iyo sida waddankeena aan fursad aan ugu abuuri lahayn, ka shaqeyno sidii dhalinimadu u baran lahaayeen in qofku waxba la kala lahayn volunteer loogu wada shaqeeyo. waxaan ka tegayaa isku duubni, iscafis, isjeclaysi iyo inagoo midaysan. Assalaamu calaykum.
waxaan jeclaan lahaa in qof walba halkan soo istaago xikmadaha iyo sida uu noola hadlayo inuu waan jeclaan lahaa raggii halkan hadla Cabdinuur iyo Faahiya inay waqti badan qaataan halkan waxaa isku yimid in dhalinyarada kala faa'iidaystaan that's the main purpose inshallah next waxaan aadaynaa the ladies side it was James who have been speaking and in every event I don't know why gabdhaha the ladies are always more than boys that shows how they're interested in building the community and giving back marka hadda waxaan yeeraa inshallah walaashan Aamina Muuse Nuur marka haddii ay joogto tafadal Aamina
بسم الله السلام عليكم ورحمة الله تعالى وبركاته magacay waa Aamina Muuse marka ugu horeysa waxaan idinkuga hambaleynayaa maalinta dhalinyarada adduunka oo ay ku beegan tahay 12 bishii 8 igana la aadaya 12 bishii 8 oo maanta sabti ah sidoo kale waxaan si gaar ah ugu hambaleynayaa dhalinyarada Soomaaliyeed oo inta ugu badan meesha joogta yihiin dhalinyarada Soomaaliyeed iyo dhalinyarada Kenya sidoo kale waxaan u mahadcelinayaa hay'adaha kale ah Agent of Peace African Union Manset iyo dawladda Kenya sidoo kale xafiiska xildhibaanka Kamukujo mahadcelin kadib mawduucan halkan u soo istaagay inaan ka hadlo uu maanta barnaamijkeenu daaran yahay waxa waaye doorka ay ku leeyihiin dhalinyaradu nabadda the role of young people in peacebuilding runtii dhammaanteen dhalinyarada wada nahay inta meesha wada joogto dhan nabadda markii la yiraahdo role muhiim ah ku leenahay haddaan nahay dhalinyarada Soomaaliyeed iyo waliba dhalinyarada bariga Afrika roolka aan ka leenahay runtii waa rool aad muhiim u ah like rool aad u weyn marka laga hadlayo nabadda iyo isdhexgalka bulshada waxaa door muhiim ah ka qaata dhalinyarada runtii nabadduna waa shayga ugu muhiimsan ee bulsho ku noolaato markii laga yimaado caafimaadka bulsho nabad haysata un baa noolaan karaysa nabadana aasaas iyo gundhig waxa uu ah dhalinyarada wadan kastay ku nool yihiin iyo qaarad kastay ku nool yihiin haddaan nahay dhalinyarada Soomaaliyeedna runtii anagoo wadankeenu burbursan yahay aanan haysan waxbarasho nagu filan baa haddana wadankeena markasta waxaan ka shaqeynaa nabadiisa ma arkaysid qof dhalinyaro ah oo wadanka qallaasiisa ka qayb qaadanaya bal inuu hormuud yahay wadanka horumarkiisa maahan wadan kasta wuxuu leeyahay dhalinyaro hormuud u ah nabadda qaasatan wadankeena waxaa nabadgelyadiisa hormuud u ah dhalinyarada special dhalinyarada wax baratay oo mutacalimiinta ah qaabka ay ugu hormuud ugu yihiin waxaa kamid ah idinku tusaaleynaya dhalinyarada hadda xirfadlayaasha ah wadanka horumarkiisa ka qayb qaataan wadanka kama tahriibaan meel kama aadaan sidoo kale dhalinyarada macallimiinta ah dhalinyarada dhaqaatiirta ah iyo dhammaan anagu kala qaadaynin kuwa ciidanka ah oo amniga suga intaas kadib dhalinyaradu waxay qayb lixaad la ka qaataan dib u dhiska dalka halkan ugu dambeyn aan warkayga badinaynin waxaan ku soo gabagabeynayaa dadka halkan fadhiya waxay u badan yihiin dhalinyaro Soomaaliyeed wadankeena waa ka soo tagnay anaga dhan waa wada ognahay kii wadankeena labaad asaga laftirkiisu laakiin haddii oo aanan la indho tirinin wadankeena waa ka soo tagnay sababta uga soo tagnayna qof kasta wuu og yahay nabadgelyo darri darteed waxbarashadan tayo lahayn iyo waxyaabo badan oo ay kurtigin wada ogtihiin sababta ay xilka ka saaran tahay in wadankeeni uu waxbarashadiisu tayo yeelato amnigiisu uu hagaago nabadgelyo lagu noolaado ma ahan siyaasiyiinta iyo dadka anaga naga waaweyn maahan ee waa dhalinyarada dhalinyarada halkan qodobka ugu dambeeyay idinkaga tagay waxay tahay dad wax bartay aan noqono kadib dalkeena wax u tala dalkeena kaliya ma ahane waliba Afrika oo dhan bariga Afrika oo dhan iyo adduunka oo dhan dad wax la qaybsada inaan noqonaa rajeynaya waan idinku hambaleynayaa mar labaad maalinta dhalinyarada adduunka. Assalaamu calaykum.
MashaAllah. That was an amazing speech. Just a summary in 1 minute. She was talking about the importance of the youth in the community and how they are the bedrock, how they are the people and the future, how they are the leaders of the future, and how they can join hands together, collaborate, and change their countries and the world as well. So our next speaker is our brother Kennedy Segi. I think you all know him, or most of you have seen him. I don't even know, maybe he's going to speak in Somali because he has been with us for so. So he's the chairman Kamkunji sub-county. So mashallah, let's welcome him. Round of applause.
SEC Chief, CM Kamkunji sub-county, PA, Mheshimiwa Yusuf, participants present, guests, good evening. I'll be very brief, but I'll start by saying this. I listened to Abdinur. You know, Abdinur is a student of literature. And as I listened to him, I reflected on the literature that I did in high school. And I remembered Professor Chinua Achebe in his book, Things Fall Apart. Now, he was talking in Somali, so I was like, is he talking about the youth participation in peace building or something else? So that was my reflection. But I want to thank the youth. Your contribution is immense in any given community, either society, at home, or wherever you are in the institutions, because you are very energetic, resourceful, and ours is just to encourage you to continue engaging in meaningful activities that transform or change the society. So when you participate in peace building activities, everybody becomes happy, because some people have used you negatively to disrupt the peace of the people. But now you are changing that narrative into a positive narrative where you are changing society and people understand the real meaning of a youth. Mine is just to thank Agent of Peace, Mohammed. We have worked together. We have been in this with Mohammed, although I was there even before, but with Mohammed since 2018. And we have seen Kamkunji that has really changed. I've worked with you. Some of you have trained you. Yeah? But let us continue that spirit of encouragement on making sure that the youth are the bedrock of peace in this particular country or wherever they are. Because they are the ones who will transform this particular country or society to a better tomorrow. We depend on you. Ours will not be there, maybe, or will be old. But it is you who will be carrying the mantle. So that's why United Nations General Assembly decided to come up with a resolution 2250 specifically for the youth in peace and security. The purpose is for you to participate, for protection and all that, to participate in these peace activities so that we change the society. We'll change the narrative that is there. You see, we have seen some of the countries falling down, and the people who are participating in those particular countries in those activities that make those particular countries not to be in peace, but in pieces are the youth. So please, 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 wherever you'll be, or whenever you are, work very hard to make sure that where you live, the environment you live in, is peaceful. I said I'll be brief enough, and then thank you very much. Thanks, Moha, for let us work together. Let us continue working together with all these leaders, the office of Mheshimiwa, the Ngaos, and all the leaders that we are here. Let us work together, focus our energy together for the betterment of this particular constituency of ours, or sub-county of ours. That way, our Kamkunji will be a sub-county that other people will come to learn from us. So with those few remarks, thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Let's all work together to make our constituency better. So our next speaker, inshallah, I'll call Ustada Fortun Osman. She's a mentor, she's a religious scholar. She's always active within the community, building the next generation of leaders, mentoring and guiding the youth. And I'll welcome her. So, inshallah.
السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. دمان وشرفك يا دليرنا كل أنا دلير ما كتر سنة مسدادك وين كجرا أمانة وأكسي بحويا مركبين السلام عليا مع الفرتون صدق تقانان وحان سنة هذا مكشقينا أنا هو شيء هاد بدبالين تدليرنا حاجة بربر كقيسك مريان بدن أرض بطي قفكي أورير سمستي كارهان قبلها oo aad dib ugu dhacay oo maanta markii reerka ka burburo wax caawinaya jirin hal ilmo laba looga tagay badana ani macallimada aan u ahayo maxay hayto aan soo barbaariyay wax ka soo tarbiyay markuu reerka ka dumo ayada ku soo dhacdo familkiina ka soo tagtay ninkii guursadana ka dhaqaaqay marka waa xanuun xirfada ku noolaatana aysan haysanin marka dhalinyarada horta waxaan leenahay soo barbaara si wanaagsanna nolosha u wajaha diinteena way sheegtay قرآن كان سجار وشيء ممكن إلهي كهذا إنهم فدية آمنوا بربهم وحي هذا نيرو تذكر واحد بدل مركز هذا نيرو تذكر مكا بقر دلمية ودكتاتور كعرلان مكا إلهي وين عرلان جود يقولن سورة الله ما عذر سما سورة الكهف جود كسم حي يقولن إن حرية إن هلان وبيسي نبتجري هلان بقر كدلمنا كعرلان نبي عليه الصلاة والسلام مدينة سؤال قال يوم ما دلوا قبيلة سعونا يسبق الله تسلس دجال يسب وهالشيء السلام كان صعب الدين سلامة وبيسة مرة بابا إنه بتقلي شقيه وده كان أكون والله الحمد لله إنه بتقلي تامة كويسة أنا إن لا إلهي خلق الكدوار ما نرد أنت سعتي قريها لو ذكر قف صباح يمل شقدي واستكتي نلاش واستكتي ضن ما نوجد تمرك ضن نوجد مركا إن دلني يراد مركز تو جور كلا ساعدة حرفة يكون ولا نصيه فكر كودي مسكح هذا ولا قصة واحد كستو يكون فساد كران أرك هذا السودان سيدا نقدوا وجد وارتنا وملنا وابربرتي توبي ولا مد marka dalkan nabad gelisanina ilaano teenana ilaashana daayirteenana fikirkooda noloshooda kor loo qaado oo marka mid kale oo guurka laga saacideeyo shaqo abuurka nolosha xirfadaha aduu jaamacad weyn waaye inuu xirfad yar ku noolaado inuu soo waayo gaar ahaan gabdhaha hadii jaamacad weyn uu xamil waayo dhaqaale wax kaga bixi waayo inuu soo waayo xirfad yar uu ku noolaado wax yar oo ku filan noloshiisa soo saari karto in la iscaawiyo wa tacaawanu cala albirri والتقوى ولا تعاونوا على الإثم والعدوان وما كان لقد ضدك إن بوشة إسعاش قفل كان أنا وحال أنا بس أنا مصلحة في سنة أنت كذا شغلة ما لا كان درس كولاء كان ولاك كولاء كان مسلم كهنا وأديك درس كل إنا محيته لا يسكور قو ولا يسكور قو أو محيته أنا قطب بوشة عاوسه واسكو قرب استاكته شقال سو هشو قبل كلا ولا شيء وصحصلات ما يسين وسور هذا كان أنت هذو محيته بورسده كان كلا لا عاون كان كلامك wax qabsado adiga wax la qabo marka gacmaha waxay wada jiri wax ku gooyaa sama marka waxaan leenahay dhalinyarada maanta ka faa'iideysanayno wax isla qabsada wax isla cuna wax isla socda ha isxasdina ha isla goynina qofba qofka kale intiisa ha fiiriya ka danqado السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته
أستاذة فرتون أنت وابرار جونيور وقلبي تعاوني كان دار يرنا هنا إله نقدر نقول ما ركتي وأنا قاتي وأنا قوم سواء فاي مرتا our next speaker inshallah is a representative from MP's office Kampunji our brother Abdul Ghaffar Abdullahi who is of an committee youth representative karibu sana bro.
Madam ACC, Constituency Manager, Aida, our Chief, Muha. Assalamu alaikum. Assalamu alaikum. Si loo sheegay magacayda Abdul Ghaffar Abdullahi, waxaan la shaqeeyaa xildhibaan Yuusuf Xasan Cabdi oo ah xildhibaanka xaafadan Kamukunji. Halkan waxaa fadhiya madaxdeydii ninka xafiiskiisa marka hawl badan ma qaadan doono. Qolay wax walba waa la sheegay waxna waa harimo lahaan. wax yar leen rabo inaan ka hadlo arrimaha ee xafiiska xildhibaanka waxyaalaha uu sameeysan fursadan ugu dhamaanteen aan ugu faa'iideysano insha Allah xafiiska xildhibaanka fursado badan ayuu leeyahay oo inta badanna fursadaha nasiib darro ee qoladan ka dhalanay ee Soomaalida ahna ay ka faa'iideysanin waxyaalaha xafiiska xildhibaanku leeyahay waxaa ka mid ah Kamukunji Technical and Vocational College waxa waaye waa jaamacad lagu barta waa jaamacad lagu barta xalka xirfadaha gacanta sida saalumada xarqaamada cunada si loo qaray dhamaan ayaa laga bartaa xildhibaanka baana noo keenay xaafadda Islii waana markii ugu horeysay tan iyo waqtiga xuriyadda wadan qaatay college noocaas ah lagu soo bixay xaafadda wuxuu ku yeelay area base section 1 xarada booliska qaybteeda dambe halka shaqaale oo in qaabili doono baa joogto insha Allah aan ka faa'iideysano hore u dhaqaaqay insha Allah waxaa kaloo xafiiska xildhibaanka leeyahay ICT center oo halkan California ilaa adiga 500 mitir noo jirto oo lagu barta computer free ah oo lacag la bixinaynin waxaa kaloo jirta inaad baranay wax online jobs adoo halka joogto gurigaada in lagu barayo saad ugu shaqeysato wadamada kale Mareykanka Ingiriiska iyo meelaha la mid ah waan lacag la'aan waaya xildhibaanka baan ugu tirgalay Yuusuf Xasan waxayna ku taalaa California ka soo horjeedka California Police Station halkaasna hor u gaaro insha Allah aan ka faa'iideysano inta badan fursadaha caynkaas ah ee Soomaalida ka faa'iideystaan dad kale baa ka faa'iideystay waxyaalaha kale waxa xafiiska bixi waxa ka mid ah baasari ama lacagaha iskuulada ciyaalka akhrisanayo dadka danta yar oo ma aragtaan awoodin inay iskuulada iska bixiyaan lacagaha ka bilaw secondary college ila university sanad walba laba waqti ayaa la bixiyaa xildhibaanka ayaa la bixiyo Yuusuf Xasan Cabdi haddana insha Allah way soo socotaa tii hore way dhamaatay inta badan ma soo raasana saan Soomaali u nahay bal aydan aan soo raasana xaqiina waaya wixii xildhibaan ku soo doorateen waaya xildhibaanku waa xildhibaan ummadoo dhan laakiin waa xildhibaan haddana Soomaaliyeed waan xaq u leeyihiin ayadina soo doorataan waxaa kaloo jira wax la Oweso Fund oo ah maanta aniga baa ka mid ah waa lacagaha looga deeqo dadka shaqo abuurka ah ama dadka shaqada raadinaya ama dadka shaqada haysto lacag badan ayaa jira Oweso Fund ka mid ah Youth Fund ayaa ka mid ah Women Fund ka mid ah waa dadka beecsharada haysto lacag looga deeqo waaye waa sin xafiiska u bixiyo gud ay leeyihiin gudigani baa ka mid ah oo ma aragtaa lacagaha bixinayo inta badan ma soo raasana marka si dhabta ah aan ka hadalna hadii la yiraahdo Soomaalnimo marka ciidan lacagtaas soo raasado insha Allah waxa lacagta la siin karaa dhalinyarada iyo haweenka ayaa la siinayaa odayaasha kuma jiraan dhalinyarada iyo haweenka waaye marka lacagaha caynkaas ahna inaad soo raasataan ayaa loo baahan yahay inta badan ma aragtaa ma soo raasano qoomidan ka dhalanay ciidaha kale baa ka faa'iideysto waxa kale oo ma aragtaa hadda in hadda socdo ciyaaro banooni ah oo xildhibaanka bixiyay oo la isku keenay bulshada sida amniga loo keen darteed waxa loo magac daray Kamukunji Peace Tournament hadda ayuu socdaa bishaan dhan uu soconi doonaa insha allah. Dhalinyaro badan oo Soomaali ayaana ma aragtaa ka qayb qaadan hayso weliba ciyaarihii shalay dhacay aan ku faraxsana in ay Soomaali ay ku guuleysteen ay badiyeen. marka xafiiskanadan wuxuu ku yeelaa Kamukunji ama Kikomba masaajidka qaybtiisa dambe ee xarada DC-ga ayuu ku yeelaa. waa xafiiska labaad. gabar Soomaali baa meesha diyaar ugu ah ka faa'iideysto halkaas aan wada imaadna insha allah. qolay wixii kale la wada hadlay mukubihiinta fadhiyan ma hadli karo ninka ma aragtaa iga sareeyay baa fadhiya xafiiska. marka inaan sii hadlana ma jecli laakiin waxaan leeyahay ka faa'iideysto shaqaale gacmo furan igu soo dhaweeni doon baa xafiiska jooga. fursadahan oo xildhibaankiin inkeen oo soo doorateen waxaa nasiib darro inay Soomaalida ay ka faa'iideysanin waan waxaad xaq u leeyihiin oo cid ka baryeysaan ma ahan. marka amnigan aan ku dadaalno insha allah. waa la wada hadlay waan mahadsantiin. Wassalaamu warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
halkan intii wala laga bixin you're going to give us your number because xafiiska xildhibaanka anaga dhan waxaan nooga baahan Abdulghafar. marka insha allah we need your contact and you're going to give us also the contact of the office insha allah so that anyone who wants to reach out or has something or a complaint or a project or anything it's good in an maaragtay aan la xiriirno xildhibaanka insha allah. marka our next speaker is Abu Bakar. Abu Bakar is a youth peace and security advocate and he has represented this country Kenya in many countries. He has represented Kenya in Egypt, in Addis Ababa and in other countries. I can't remember all. Maybe he will share with us. So he is also a winner of many awards. He is a winner of many awards. African Change Makers Award, Winner Youth in Leadership and Peace Award in East Africa. Marka mashallah ila soo dhaweeyo waa nin dadaal badan aan ka faa'iideysano insha Allah. Karibu sana Abu Bakar. Insha Allah yours.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. In the name of Allah, the most gracious, the most merciful, ladies and gentlemen, esteemed guests and fellow young people, today, as we celebrate, as we gather here in celebration of United Nations International Youth Week, I'm deeply honored to stand before you as a representative of the power and potential of our generation. We are not just the leaders of tomorrow, we are the architect of today's space and peace, the peace builders of bridges and catalyst of change. I'm humbled to share my thoughts on a topic that is close to my heart, that is the role of young people in peace building. In the backup of our discussion lies the northeastern region where I come from and resilient souls that are here in Kenya and in Somalia, where the very essence of peace has been challenged. This region have endured the unforgiving grip of conflict, and yet within the heart of young people lies a spirit unbroken, a spirit yearning for a bright future. Ladies and gentlemen, the journey towards sustainable peace is not one that can be treated by government or an institution alone. It is the collective responsibility of us, the young people, to rise above the scars of history and to pave the way for future paths in harmony. You see, it is not about the absence of conflict. It is about the presence of understanding, compassion, and unity as young people. As we all know, we have the power to change the narrative, to rewrite the story of this region from turmoil to tranquility. Fellow young people, the young minds of Northeastern region and Somalia have known the harsh realities of division, but let's not forget that from the depth of adversity, the most remarkable stories of strength and resilience emerge. By harnessing the power of education, dialogue, and empathy, we can create a movement that transcends borders and heals wounds for us as young people. As young generation of this nation, we must engage in conversations that are uncomfortable, yet necessary for our future. For it is in this dialogue that seeds of reconciliations are sown. Our role as young peace builders is not confined to a specific geography. It is a universal call to action. Let's be the generation that embraces diversity, that seeks common ground, and that refuses to perpetuate the cycle of violence. Our effort may begin in our neighborhood, but we have the potential to ripple out and touch lives thousands of miles away. As we stand at this juncture today and celebrate the International Youth Week, we must remember that the path to peace is not a sprint, it is a marathon. It is about setting the foundation for a future that our children and grandchildren will inherit. So let's be relentless in our pursuit, unwavering in our dedication, and unyielding in our common to peace. In my conclusion, fellow young people who have gathered here, let's walk hand in hand towards a horizon where the shadow of conflict are replaced by the warmth of understanding. Let's not be defined by the challenges we face, but by the strength with which we overcome them, by all the obstacles we face. Together we are driving a force that can reshape our future, our communities, and our region and our world as well. Let's be the change that history remember, the architect of peace. I will challenge you all by saying, we are the change we want in our communities and in our countries. Time is now. Let love, peace, and brotherhood lead the world. Thank you, and God bless you all.
Thank you, Abubakar. He's our diplomat, our ambassador. And you can see from of all the speakers, he's following some etiquettes. I think that's how he's been trained as a diplomat. Is that how diplomats speak? They don't just talk, they talk from. So clap for him once again. So next speaker, because of time, inshallah, we are calling Mary Njoroge. She's a project officer from Agents of Peace, the organizers of this program. So kindly, Mary, come forward as you also keep time, inshallah. So do understand it.
Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, our esteemed guests and protocols observed, good evening. I'm Mary Njoroge from Agents of Peace. And majorly Agents of Peace, as you all understand, is our major aim is to promote peace and coexistence. And also we do this through various ways. I know you know it, and those who don't know it, we do that through dialogues and discussions. So we raise awareness among us, and I'll read just something brief that we prepared for you guys. And today we are gathered here to celebrate a remarkable journey led by our exceptional individual who is an outstanding leader alongside his team who have dedicated their time, energy, and heart to uplift our community to new heights. It is an honor to stand before you to recognize and award the visionary leader who has demonstrated unwavering commitment to transform our community and constituency. Community transformation is not merely about infrastructure, development, or economical growth, but it's about creating an environment where every individual thrives, their voices are heard, and where collective progress becomes a reality. It takes a leader with a unique blend of qualities to drive such a transformation. And this is individual we honor today. This leader has made it a point to involve every segment of our diverse community in the transformation process, where it's the young or the elderly, the marginalized or the empowered. Our leaders' initiatives have always been inclusive, ensuring that no one is left behind. This commitment to unity and togetherness has been a driving force behind the remarkable progress we witness today. True leadership is not only about maintaining status quo, but it is the envisioning of the future that is better than the present. Our distinguished leader has displayed an exceptional ability to see beyond the challenges of today and imagine a brighter tomorrow. Their visionary thinking has guided us through obstacles and uncertainties, encouraging us to dream big and work diligently toward a common goal. This ability to lead with a foresight has set the foundation for our community and constituency to transform from where it was before. Change, however, is not achieved through words alone. It requires action, and our honorable leader has shown us what it truly means to be an example. They have rolled their sleeves, worked alongside volunteers, and demonstrated the willingness to be whatever it takes to bring about positive change. As we all know, and if you don't know, you should know, community transformation lies in the ability to inspire others to take part in the journey. Our leaders' charisma and passion has ignited a fire of enthusiasm within each one of us. With those few remarks, ladies and gentlemen, it is with immense pride and gratitude that we honor a leader who has dedicated their life to community transformation. Their leadership has touched our lives in profound ways, reminding us that positive change is possible when we unite with a common purpose. Let this award not only celebrate their achievements, but also serve as a testament to potential that lies within each one of us. Thank you very much.
Assalamu alaikum. When I speak about peace building, I'm very emotional about this topic because there is a day in 2012, December 12, 2012, I was with the MP for Kamkunji, Yusuf Hassan, at Al Hidayah Mosque, and there was a terror attack and 7 people died. I survived miraculously, and from that day I decided to become a peace builder. I'm here today to tell you the story about how it was before those days, in 2011, 2012, 2013, up to 2014. The situation was not good in Isili. Every Sunday, there was a grenade attack in our malls, in our public transport systems, in our small cafes. But even bigger than that, it is the narrative that was spun outside Isili about Isili and Kamkunji at large, because it became a profiled area. It was stereotyped. People were talking outside there. Somebody says, I'm going to Isili shopping, and then the other guys become shocked. You are going to Isili? How courageous are you? That place, bombs explode every other second. Everywhere there is a terrorist. And there was so much stereotyping and so much pain that we incurred losses in our businesses. We incurred losses in our self-esteem as a people, here in Kamkunji, in Isili in particular. We were vilified, we were trampled on, and we became the talk of town in a negative way. But within this community, there came out, people defined themselves, resilient people, people who did not want to be labeled, people who don't want to live with a stereotype, with a profile that this is a terrorist community, this is a radicalized community. And these people started to fight. They started to organize. They started to do classroom forums whereby they started teaching young people about the negatives of recruitment by, for example, Al-Shabaab or other terrorist organizations. We went out in the streets and did processions, announcing clearly that we were against Al-Shabaab and that we did not want to be associated with Al-Shabaab as a community. And people started noticing. in Facebook, if you were to mention anything about terror in Isili, then it will be a public condemnation of Somalis, Muslims, and other people who live here. But slowly the narrative started changing. When people attacked us on social media, some of those people who used to attack us with them started defending us. And this time we realized that we had grown, we had started growing. Nowadays, when people ask me about the issue of preventing and countering violent extremism, I tell them I'd rather talk about Isili's journey towards resilience. Because we have grown up, we have moved from that label, we have become our own people. We have our own identity as people who build peace, people who fight for the right thing. And it will be amiss not to mention the role the MP for Kamkunji and the office of the MP has played in this journey. You know, the MP himself, Yusuf Hassan, was a victim on that day that I just mentioned. And he passed through immense trauma, psychological torture. But even with that pain, even while he was undergoing treatment, he came out on the national forefront in public and started talking about this thing, started telling people, this is not a problem of Muslims from Isili. This is a problem that is everywhere in this world these days. And people started hearing. This is where the president also ordered that every county should have a CVE strategy. And I'm glad Nairobi now has already initiated its own CVE strategy at the county level, and which is now trickling down to Mashinani Huku. So we cannot gainsay the role that has been played by the MP's office, by peace agents. One thing, if you will allow me, one thing that was a big problem during those days at the height of radicalization, coming up to 2014, during the Usalama Peace Watch, which was also named the sanitization of Isili, was that there was huge mistrust between the police and the community members. A member of the community could not go to the police station and report. People were afraid of the police. There was finger pointing. But this community, and especially young people, started doing engagements, activities, which brought together the community and the police so that they could start talking to each other. And from where I stand right now, there has been huge success on that platform. Right now, though there are still problems, the police and the community have a more trustful relationship than there was in 2011, 2015. And it is largely because of the efforts of young peace builders in Kamkunji. Congratulations and thank you so much.
Thank you, sir. Maybe some of us, when we talk about peace building and making the community better, it's more of a theory. But you've spoken about the practicals, where Isli came from and where we are right now. And we really appreciate the efforts put by all sides. And inshallah, we believe in the coming future we are going to be in a better place, inshallah. So our next speaker is Senior Chief Anthony Njoka. He is the one who is in charge of this area. So let's please kindly let's welcome our Senior Chief. Karibu sana. Salute you.
Asante sana.
Karibu sana, sir.
Yes, yes. Okay. Thank you, Bwana Speaker, Bwana MC, Madam ACC, Madam Agoi, the CEO for Agent of Peace, the Constituency Manager, Mr. Mohammed, also known as Kingmaker, Madam PA for Honorable Yusuf, Madam Aida Munene, Agent of, once again, sorry, I beg your pardon, Mr. Isigi, the Chairman of Peace Kamukuji, Ambassador Abubakar, all protocols observed, Ladies and gentlemen, hamjambo. Sawaran. Is Kawaran? Asante sana. Yangu ni kidogo sana. Kwa sababu when you are before your boss, you don't talk much. You talk as little as possible, brief to the point. And I would like to tell you that I'm very glad that the agent of peace has come a very long way and we are performing very, very well. And if I put ourselves into any benchmark, we are number one in Kamukoji. So that's a hail of praise from you people. And I would like to remember one instance that I cannot forget in my history of administration. I remember one time around 4 p.m. when I was just about to leave the office in Gekomba, and I was the chief of Pumwani that time, Madam Commissioner, a lady came to my office, and this lady was in buibui, clad in buibui, behaving like a mad woman, and she surprised me. She told me, please, take me like an insane person, but I'm not. And then the next thing she told me was, follow me and be very careful. And the minute I show you my arm, folded arm this way, look at the roof of that building. So I followed her at a distance. She passed her out there and protruded the arm. And on top of it, she told me there was some 2-3 bags. Actually, there were 3 bags, yellow, green, and red bags, polythene bags, that were meant to destroy Gekomba market that night. I followed her. I immediately told my boss about it, who called the security agencies. And let me surprise you, when those staffs were collected, when the 3 bags were collected from the top of the roof, the police made sure that the entire area was secure because it could have exploded in one time and it was serious. The agents from GSU, police, took the 3 consignments away, and I requested them to show me how and where they're going to detonate the bags. They did not allow it, but I know why, because they knew the consequences. But I was taken to the spot where the items were detonated, and it was a large pit, the size of a lorry. So it is very good that we should share information, and don't leave anything that you think is of any danger to the community or to the society without giving the information to the right people. I said I wouldn't like to talk so much. I've only one more word to tell you that Madam Commissioner is the chairperson, together with the DCC of Kamukoji, for the vetting process that we have in Kamukoji sub-county. What I want to tell you, there are thousands of identity cards lying in the registrar's office. Please make an effort of notifying your people to go and collect their identity cards. They are very important in the day-to-day life. Again, before I conclude, let us avoid the suicide nature that we are having amongst the youth. There is always a person, a youth, committing suicide on a daily basis. Please let us address any kind of problem that one has, look for assistance, and preferably from a professional. And at this point, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to welcome our commissioner, the ACC, the number 2 from the DCC's office, Madam Wagoi. Karibu, madam. Tumpigieni makofi. Sodo. Karibu, madam. Thank you very much.
Asante.
Yes. Asante, madam.
Thank you.
Welcome.
Asante sana. Thank you very much, our chief. Oh, it's working. Thank you very much, our chief, our leaders, ladies and gentlemen, all protocols observed. Good evening. Good evening. Happy International Youth Day. Happy International Youth Week. Have you had fun enjoying the International Youth Day? I can see you're smiling, so it means you're very happy. Salaam alaikum. Hiyo ndio tu najua, lakini nasikia. So I've heard a little bit of what you're speaking in Somali. Let me start by introducing myself. My name is Wangoi Mwaura. I'm the Assistant County Commissioner, Kamukunji Sub-County. I'm the one who deputizes the DC, and today I'm very happy to be here to participate in this International Youth Day, 12 August 2023. It's a very important day for our youth because you are the backbone of our economy and you're the pillar of what we'll have tomorrow. If we have a positive attitude with the youth, it means we'll have a very positive attitude generation in the future. The theme of today is to just discuss the role of the youth in peacebuilding. As we chair the Security and Peace Committee, we have various sections starting with the sub-county, the ward, location, and sub-location. At the sub-location level, we have the assistant chief chairing the Security and Peace Committee. Location level, we have the chief, the ACC, and the DC. We have our Nyumba Kumi, and we allow one youth to participate as part of the committee. We also allow women to be part of it, and that is how we are able to run the sub-county, the county, and the nation. As we group ourselves in smaller groups at the grassroots levels, the Nyumba Kumi, know your neighbor. Let me inform you that the very successful people you see today in the spaces, they started doing whatever they are doing when they were youthful. When you're a young person, you have nothing. You have a lot to offer. You have a lot to learn. I always say when I meet youth, you can learn. If you learn something and it's not very good, you can unlearn. And then because you're young, you can learn again, right? So the youth can say learn. Say after me, the youth can learn. The youth can unlearn. And then you learn again. So you are learners. Jifunze kila siku, you have an opportunity to learn something new. And then there's so many skills you can learn when you're young. When you're old, when you're 50, you cannot learn how to do very many things because your brain is slower, your ability, your hands are slower and everything. But when you're young, you can learn very many skills, and all of these become useful as you go on with your life as a young person and into the adulthood. Another thing I like telling the youth whenever we meet, another thing I like telling young people whenever we meet is that a young person has very little to lose. Ukijaribu biashara leo ikose kufanya kazi, si unajaribu ingine kesho? Ukijaribu masomo useme lazima nitakuwa successful. You finish your university, look for jobs, some of you decide to go into business. So a young person has very little to lose. But when you become older, you have so much to lose, such that utakuwa unaangalia nyuma and you look at it and you like, I've already lost so much in terms of time, in terms of energy, in terms of investment, in terms of everything. But when you're young, you have very little to lose. And that's why we are all supporting the youth. When I came in, it's only that you could not see my heart properly. I was delighted, amazed, and very happy to find very many women seated here. Ladies, the youth, I was very happy to see you here. And we are transforming this country. If you can have all of you ladies here today to celebrate the International Youth Day, it means you are participating, you're taking it upon yourself, and we are going somewhere. Long time ago, a few years back, not even so long time ago, it was hard to find ladies in such forums. You would find one, or two, or none. So today, I'm very happy to find you guys here. And next time, nataka tujue mpaka mwisho, sio? Yeah, next time nataka tujue mpaka mwisho. And then the two ladies who spoke here, they spoke with a lot of courage, although I could hear a little bit of what they were saying. But we are happy that you guys are participating in this and we are heading somewhere. I heard our Uwezo Fund officer discussed about the funds we have for the youth. The government is very positive with you people, and we are ready to support you with everything that you do. We have funds that accommodate the youth. Even women fund. If you came in as a woman, you can get there, women fund. If you came in as one man in 9 women, you still accommodate. If you come in as a youth, you still accommodate. So participate in the government programs so that you can have a peaceful Kamukunji, which translates to a peaceful Nairobi and a peaceful country. I can tell you for free that you have so much, so much to offer. Whenever we sit in our meetings, the comments the county commissioner and the deputy county commissioner always make, they always tell us that we have you. The government has the youth as the future of this country. The government has the youth as the energy this country needs to move to where we are going. So whenever we sit, you are our hope. Tunasema nyinyi mko kutenda yale ambayo sisi kama serikali tunataka itendwe. So we are relying on all of you to participate and transform Kamukunji and larger Kenya to what you want to have. As a youth, as I said, you have so much to do. You can volunteer, participate, and offer your energy, offer your brain, offer your different perspective. These days you can air your perspectives. You can air what you have in mind in very many forums. And all of that is picked in. Inaitwa kuchukua yale mazuri ambayo unasema tunaya transform into one consolidated thing and we get where we are going. We've had very many resolutions. We've had very many forums worldwide. Very many resolutions on the youth. And I can tell you we are getting there. Myself as a youth, I participated in so many things. I remember one day I went for an interview. And I belonged to over 12 organizations, groups, clubs, and what have you. So one person noted there were 12, had about 12 or so certificates in various programs I'd done as a youth. And so someone told me, can you just explain to us what exactly you are doing? Eh? So one of them was Kenya Model UN, I was a scout, I was a member of the Climate Change Forum worldwide. So I started explaining, and I took a very long time in the interview room, and that day, those people hired me because I was participating in everything. So participate. Don't give up, participate, give your energy, give your brain, and all will be well. We need peace so that we can do business. We need a peaceful environment so that one, we can have an enabling business environment. We need peace so that we can have investors coming into the country. We need peace for international community to trust us. We need peace for a stable nation. Youth being the majority of the majority of the population in Kenya, it is you. Peace ni wewe. Peace ni wewe unaleta. Kujua jirani yako ni wewe unajua jirani yako. I could be quite far. The chief could be quite far. Mzee wa mtaa could be quite far. But wewe ndio uko na jirani yako mahali uko na yeye. And then keep touch, communicate. If you see anything, communicate with the various organs of government, various organs of leadership that you have. And that's how we'll achieve a very peaceful Kamukunji in Kenya. I know sometimes it's difficult for youth to penetrate the market, to penetrate the positions that have already been taken, but I can tell you it's never easy to get it to your hand. It is you to work, it is you to do what it takes, to get what you want. So lazima tuchangamke, lazima tuchangamke, lazima tupiganie nafasi ambazo ziko ndogo ndio tufike wapi? I can tell you the people up there today walianza wakiwa wadogo, starting with our president, starting with the many governors who are previously MPs. They started when they were young, and today you can see what they've done. So today being an International Youth Day, we will be rewarding the very outstanding people in Kamukunji sub-county because their work has been seen by both the government, our partners, and yourselves as being outstanding in maintaining peace, cohesion, na mambo mingi sana. So tutawapatia awards ili waendelee hivyo hivyo, na pia tunawapatia awards ndio wapate competitors wengine ambao watakuja pia wa transform the spaces we have in Kamukunji, wa shine. Your next year during such a day we'll have more people or we'll have others, lakini wale wawachi, wale wanaendelea kuendelea na wengine wa join in and we move forward together. I do not have very much to say. Nataka nipitishe salamu za DCC. Mr. Kamau aliwasema niwasalimie, he was to join us but he went for another meeting. Mmesalimika? Nimwambie nini? Sawa sawa, ndamwambia youth wamefurahia, who are supported by the government in the initiatives they are doing. Na mjue serikali iko. We have youth programs, participate. Last time we were hiring some forest officers. I'm sure some of you came in and we hired you. We are still hiring, we are still in the process of hiring. Kuna kazi nyingi za serikali kwa portal yetu. Go to the government portal.go.ke. Mtazipata hapo, public service. For those of you, tuko na vitu nyingi sana za youth. We have a lot of things for the youth. Keep coming to near us. Mtazisikia zote. .go.ke, public service, Public Service Commission. Mkiingia hapo, mnapata zile nafasi zinakuja. And then you have to keep checking, because opportunities come and sometimes these days people don't read the newspaper. Nyingi zinakuja pale kwa portal. So have the portal, also have the county portal ya Nairobi na county yako kule nyumbani. Keep checking and checking because we need the youth. I remember one time I had a friend who was youthful. Na alitafuta kazi sana. Sijui alikuwa anatafuta tu kazi. So one day she met that person who employed them. I don't want to say that person because that person is known by everyone. Na swali walimuuliza umekuwa ukijificha wapi? Haujatokea. We have been looking for someone like you. So the youth, don't give up. Msikilize story huko nje. Ati yeye hakuna job, sijui hakuna nini. Ziko, there is someone looking for somebody like you. Kuna mtu atakupata siku moja aseme, tumetafuta. Wakakuja interview, tukakataa wote. Wakakuja tena, tukakataa wote. Sasa ile siku unakuja wanasema, you are the person you are looking for. And they put a full stop. Hapo ndio kazi itaingilia. Na hapo ndio unaomoka. Sawa? So keep applying. Keep participating. Kama una kitu ya kufanya, volunteer. When you volunteer, you learn. You learn what you didn't know. I've seen a very nice organization here, Agents of Peace. If you volunteered in such an organization, I'm not saying all of you to go there. If you volunteered in such an organization, you're going to learn what they do. I'm sure you didn't know what they do. Some of you didn't know what they do until they encountered them here. You come to another one, African Union. If you volunteered your energy there, let's say you are from university, volunteer your energy there, you're going to learn what they do. We even have the UN. And I like youth who dream big. Applications zako zote unarusha kule. I like the youth who dream big. Applications zako zote unarusha kule. And even if they tell you to volunteer for a few days, volunteer. Government has volunteer opportunities. Sijui kama mnazijua? Nani anazijua by show of hands? National government, zinakuanga. So mtaangalia, mkiona tumezi advertise, mnarusha pale na tunaendelea kuwa na nyinyi. I don't want to take a lot of time today because it's a bit late. Ningependa sasa mniruhusu niketi ndio tuweze kuendeleza program. so much once again.
The safe space for them. So finally, we will also love to, I know it's prayer time, we're already at Maghrib. Ningependa kumuita our constituency manager, Ahmed Abdul Qadir, also to give us a few remarks. After that, we have awards that we are going to be given. Then we'll see what next. So karibu sana.
Thank you very much. Madam SEC, Bwana Chief, the MP's office, ladies and gentlemen, all protocols observed. Good evening. Assalamu alaikum. For the benefit of Madam SEC and the Chief, Assalamu alaikum is a word of peace. It means peace be upon you. And this is a word that is used by Muslim basically every day, so many times. Every Muslim prayer ends with Assalamu alaikum. So you can imagine Islam is a religion that encourages peace. If every prayer in Islam ends with peace be upon you 5 times a day by every individual, can you imagine how many wishes are those per day in the world? So that is commendable. Well, I'm here to represent the area MP, Kamukunji, Honorable Yusuf Hassan. He would have wished to be here, but due to other engagements, he could not make it. But we are here as an office. You have seen Mr. Clive here speak. There is Abdi Ghaffar, and there is also Madam Aida here, who is the PA. Just wave to the crowd. She's the PA to the Honorable Yusuf. Now, I want to thank Agents of Peace for this kind of forum. It is really important and timely that we are here to celebrate the World Youth Day with the Agents of Peace. Now, peace is something that sometimes is taken for granted. But the world, as we know it, cannot be peaceful without everybody giving each other peace. Can you imagine this world without governments? How would the world be? As youth, maybe we don't know the history. We were born and we just found that there is a president and there is an MP and governors all over the world. But do we know how all that began? Anybody who knows that? Why do we have governments? Well, I would just want to tell you the history of government. Initially in this world there has been so many conflicts. People were fighting. There were so many wars and battles that were fought. You all know about World War I. You all know about World War II. Have you learned about those wars? You have an idea, right? So the world as we know it has never been peaceful. And even as we continue with the growing population, the world will never be peaceful. We can only encourage peaceful behavior among the population, but we cannot eliminate it. Why? Because as humans we have different characters and behaviors. We have competing interests. As an individual, you have your own ones, I have mine, and everybody else has theirs. So we can never always agree. We will always fight for resources, and that's why we will always be at some point in conflict. Now, I want to tell you the history of the world. In 1919, there was something called the League of Worlds. This was like the UN body of the time. It was there to encourage peaceful coexistence among the nations, but it only existed for a couple of years until 1946, which is about 26 years or 27 years or so. Then it failed in its mandate. That is when the UN was born. The UN was born in 1945, around October. The reason why UN was formed is that there were so many conflicts around the world and alliances being formed. This country fighting the other and all that. So there was need to have a body that will ensure there is peace in this world. The reason being, you know, the Americans could decide that as long as America is peaceful, we don't care what happens in Africa. We don't care what happens in Asia. We don't care what happens in the Arab world. But as you look at the world, you look at it from the organic point of view. It is just like the way the human body is. When your heart is paining, you will not be okay. When your stomach system is paining, you will not be okay. When it is your feet that is paining, you won't be okay. Or if it is your head. So when you look at the world peace, you look at it from the organic point of view, that it's just the way the human body is. Any part of your body, when it is pained or is under trouble, the whole system will not be okay. So you will not consider yourself healthy. And that is why the UN body was formed, to ensure that we have a peaceful world. And things like the human rights, Universal Declaration of Human Rights was started because when a human being is denied their rights, they will never be peaceful. But everybody, when they are guaranteed with their rights, their needs, they will be very peaceful. This is why you see that we have governments. In fact, the modern governments, as we know, it started around 17th century. That is where we have system of government, which are also varied. There is a democratic government like ours. There is the monarch system like the UK. They have kings and that kind and queens. Then there is authoritarian governments where you find that they are ruled by people. So all these things, they point towards formation of a peaceful world. There is a lot to peace. And that is why we need a peaceful world. And here in Kamukunji, the MP is leading in that to ensure that we have a peaceful constituency and the country. And it's all upon you, the youth. So there is a lot that we can talk about peace. And I want to encourage you as youth to continue being peaceful and encourage peaceful ways. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir. Secretary Manager. It's prayer time, and we had a question and answer session, but because of time, I don't think it will go exactly the way we wanted. But I think it will also be wrong for all of you guys to just listen and just move out. So we'll give one person, to the ladies, one question, then to the guys, one question. We have all the excellencies, the dignitaries here. So if you have any question, please, or any comments, kindly say something as fast as possible. Inshallah, then we go to the awards, then we close. Kindly, just come. If you have a question, ladies, say ladies first. Somalia, English, whatever language you feel like. Come. Come, please. Maybe this is the only opportunity we will have. You never know. You never know if you're going to meet them. Any comments, any questions? Before we go to the awards.
Happy International Youth Day for all of you youth who have gathered here. And I have two questions. My first question is, the madam who was saying there was a voluntary activity for youth. Anyone who is willing to be part of that can participate. Who can be part of that can participate. We are very eager and ready to participate with that. And can you give us a specific place to get that? Because we highly want and we need it. My second question is, and one of our guests was saying there was a free ICT in Cancun, especially in California. Can you give us where the venue and where we can get that. Thank you.
Thank you. I think we will also, at one time, the questions will be answered. So from the guys, any quick question, or it's over? Go to the awards. Anyone? Please. Kuna swali? Okay. Very quick one, eh? Only one question.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Mine is not a question, it's just a concern to the dignitaries who are present here today. Usually, for any society, there must be youth activities that they must do. So the major problem that we have today in our common societies is we really like doing these activities, but not in a strategized way. You can see like now, Isli, there are very many hundreds community-based organizations. And most of them seem to be like, we lack that strategy. You know, the needs for this society is not just basically based on giving help to the less fortunate people. So I'm raising this concern to these leaders who are here. Please, at least it could be better if we have a strategy that we move on a purpose. All these CBOs that we have today, most of them deal with matters concerning orphanages and those stuffs. We have very many issues that are affecting us. We have the education, the health sector, peace and justice, and all those. And after that, we will be perfect. So I'm raising that issue to these leaders who are present here today. At least, if you can strategize for that, and all will be well. Thank you so much, and may God bless you.
Thank you all. Thank you. And I think the questions right now, I'll give the mic to Brother Muhammad, who's going to guide us on the awards and also who is going to give us best answers to the questions that were raised by the participants. I wish we could have more time so that we can all engage and share ideas and speak together. But hopefully we will also meet in another program so that we can continue from here. So thank you.
Assalamu alaikum. As we know that time is running out on prayer time. And in a quick way, I want to invite Madam Ida to come and join me, and Madam ACC, to come and join me here. And I would like to invite my colleague, a beautiful lady by the name Zamzam, to give me a list of names she has, so we can give the award to the people are the ones who supported the community very much. Give me the names, Zamzam. Please, if we call the names of the people, kindly, please clap for them. They supported us, they have been with us, and supported the community. Thank you very much. I would like to call the first person, a beautiful, hard-working lady, by the name Ustad Fartoon Muhammad Osman. Ustad Fartoon, we would like to thank you. dhalinyaradu ACB ay kaamkoonji badan sii wad biladan waxaa guddoonsiisay dowladda xafiiska xildhibaanka agent of peace iyo dhalinyarada Soomaaliyeed ee joogta.
Congratulations.
Ambalio Ustad Fartoon. The second person I would like to invite is someone who has been a victim of violent extremism and terrorism, peace ambassador, CV activist, someone who fought for the names of Somali community and a Muslim community when he is not Somali person for 40 years. Please, let's clap and welcome my brother, our brother, Clive, Muhammad Amin Clive. Congratulations, Clive. for the amazing work we did for SP and for Kamkunji, and continue spreading the word of peace in Kamkunji. Thank you. The third person I would like to invite is someone who stood up with our area MP, with our community, with also is me. And here I would like to invite Partoon Mohammed to come and give the award along with the DO. That person is none other than Aida Katwere Munene. Aida. Thank you very much, Aida. Thank you for supporting. From the boys, are you boys or men? From the young boy, young male, and a female. Who will volunteer to join us here? Or I pick? I pick. You come. Osman? I mean, Chef? Yes, come and join us here. I would like to invite these people, this will be, we want to award the leader that have transformed our community, our society, from being a slum-like constituency to how transformed it is today. And that person is none other than our Honorable Yusuf Hassan Abdi. Madam Aida, can you come and receive on our behalf? This is from the community to the Meshiliwa. That's award, as you see, from the office of the DCC, from the ulama, from the youth. We have appreciated the area MP. Kindly pass our message to him and tell him to continue like that. We are rallying behind him. Thank you very much. The other person here is someone who's very active, and we are very fortunate to have him. And he has been supporting the young people, skills development, sports, talent, and at the same time has been supporting the community in various ways. We have been observing him, and we have seen that this person truly shows the skills of leadership. I would like to invite Muhammad Nur Abdul Qadir to come and see his help. Thank you, Mohammed. Thank you for supporting Kamkunji, all of you. Teamwork pays. It's from the community. Thank you very much. I would like to release the people on the players, and also let's not forget our ACC. By next time, we will organize that. So as I'm closing it, I would like to inform and request our MP's team that there's a training that was conducted by Agent of Peace, Mindset, and Hosset Cultural Organization, and we are building our certificates for training. We will request our area MP to sign for the young people, as we are the ones who held the training. And if possible, we'll invite you again during the crown ceremony for that workshop, which is on Wednesday afternoon, along with Madam Fortune Start, who will also join us. And at the same time, I would like to congratulate you all for the amazing work you did for the community, for Kamkunji, for our constituency. And please, when you see them, say hi to them, because you awarded them for the work they did. And with that few remarks, we're going to have either photos, whatever. I officially call
the forum closed.